Welcome to December 2017 on Spray Paint Art Secrets. We've got some amazing video lessons for you this month. We're going to start off with some classic space painting effects, and there's some new stuff in here about how to paint by adding paint on. Usually we remove layers, but in this we're going to remove layers, yes, but we're also going to add layers using newspaper. And we've got some great clouds there too, and some really fun effects in the sky, and I like to paint really wet. So I'm going to show you how to paint not so wet that it's dripping off the page, but wet enough so that it's really juicy and the paint just creates magic all by itself. And then we're going to add the sparkles on top, and I like to use circle cutouts. I've just cut them out myself with an X-Acto knife, and they make great stars. And then we're going to cool it off with a seascape painting. Now there's some really beautiful effects that you can do with spray paint art or airbrush to make very natural and quick ocean waves. And I like to use a source of air when I'm doing my spray paint waves to blow the paint around and create very natural effects. And I also like to use the very wetness of the paint. So here I've added lots of white to make that foam, and all we need to do is drag our paintbrush through it, and we've got these beautiful foamy effects. And these are just ways of painting that work with the natural tendencies of the paint. And that's what I think is so much fun about these techniques, this style of techniques, is that we're really working with the air, the water, the fire, all the natural elements in the paint to create these beautiful fantasy scenes. So then we're going to move on and do another kind of painting. We're going to do underwater painting, and it's a lot of fun to make corals. And it's fun to play with different kinds of sponges and tools for making these corals. So to make our background is really, really simple. We're going to use some stencils and just usually a lot of little blue and white, maybe a little bit of green. We use our sliding newspaper techniques to make the land. So if you're curious about these techniques, but you haven't yet explored them and would like a free lesson, would you like a free lesson? All right, go to spraypaintartsecrets.com. Put your email in the form there, and we'll send you right to your email. We'll send you a free lesson and a materials list. There are non-toxic spray paints, water-based, no solvents, and that's what I personally love to use the most. Very safe to use. So if you're concerned about health issues or environmental issues, please do use the non-toxic water-based spray paints. They're quite wonderful. They're artist quality, and you can do all of this and so much more with those paints or with your airbrush. If you're curious about how to do all of these techniques with your airbrush, we have a site for that, airbrushpaintingsecrets.com. Also, we've got a great free lesson there. So then we're going to move on and do a winter scene, and it's a lot of fun to focus on the pine trees and the snow on the pine trees and the mountains. And I'll just show you how to improvise a winter scene. And once you know how to create the mountains in the shape that they come in this painting, well, you can create them in any shape. They can have really sharp peaks if you like that, or they can be flat and low-lying. But the fun thing is to learn how to put the snow on them and how to create things that are in the distance, and then how to create a nice bright foreground that really attracts attention, like these pine trees that are just shadowed out with this really nice blue color that makes everything look so cold. And then we're going to wrap it up with a spiral galaxy with all kinds of cool effects. This is one of my favorite ones, and I think it's essential to learn how to do these space effects, whatever style of painting you're doing, because it's so much fun to improvise scenes in space. And just imagine that you're way out there, maybe living on some other planet, watching this beautiful scene unfold. The universe is so vast. Who knows what's going on in the next star over? We don't even know. And I love just improvising and letting my imagination run wild with these cosmic scenes. And once you learn these techniques and begin to use them yourself, you realize that you can just improvise without thinking all of these amazing space fantasy scenes, and you can just put yourself in those places and feel what that's like. So if you're curious about spray paint art and you've got some questions, visit our website, spraypaintartsecrets.com, and You can email me, Elisa Amor, personally at spraypaintartsecrets@gmail.com, and I will answer your spray paint art questions and your airbrush questions. See you inside. Ciao.